little land among the mountain he calls home, with food on his back, pain in his neck.
Everybody, and we're all gonna die. It is, what's today? Today's March 17th, right?
What's March 17th, Daniel?
Yeah, March 17th, and we are going through one of the weirdest times in our lives right now. The coronavirus is hitting.
I was going to say it's St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. Crazy. But yeah, this has been insane. I mean, everything has been almost shut down. I'm still working. Your job is trying to figure out if you guys are going to be working from home. I know a lot of we just found out that students are going to be they're not going to be able to go to school till what was it, April 20th or some shit?
15th.
April 15th. So yeah, shit's getting crazy, and I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. I'm not gonna lie for all those people that said "fuck you" to that. Yeah, I'm nervous about it. I've been having anxiety, and every moment I feel like I have it. So
He's really bad with things like this.
yeah, hypochondriac.
I don't know where that comes from. I guess your immune system isn't great.
No, I get sick once a year usually, and it can usually be pretty bad. So yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, I'd rather just get it over with, and it's just more of, I think my anxiety comes from me getting other people sick, and then also not being able to do anything, and also not being able to get money from work or something. I don't know. I don't even know how that would work. That's the thing. I just don't want to deal with that right now. I'd rather just be able to work on music, which is what we've been doing. So hopefully it doesn't attack us and destroy our lives.
Like Pam.
And for any of you that are going through that, I am really sorry. Hopefully you get better. And yeah, I mean, just stay safe. I guess wash your hands and sanitize as much as possible.
And don't touch your face like I am right now.
Yep. And definitely don't stick your hand in your mouth like I do every morning.
Every morning?
Every morning I do that.
Why do you stick your mouth in your mouth?
Why do I stick my mouth in my mouth?
Your hand in your mouth every morning.
I don't know. I like the taste of my hands.
Are you kidding or?
No, what the fuck? Why would I do that?
So you're serious? Because I just asked if you're kidding.
I'm kidding. Fucking
like
weirdo.
Just wake up sucking your thumb or something?
Yeah, I used to do that actually. I was a thumb sucker.
Never did that.
Not the only thing I sucked, but.
Damn right.
Yeah. But so for just, for anybody that is going through that stuff, we're all going through it, obviously. Hopefully this is somewhat entertaining for you and comedic, because it's crazy because it's not just in Florida. I mean, it's literally the country, the world, everybody is going through this right now. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, just know that we are just as scared as you are, and don't freak out too much. Toilet paper seems to cease to exist. I don't know if that's the right word, but you know what I mean. And yeah, let's fucking party, bro. I'm still trying to do a fucking diet too at the same time and not drink during the weekdays. So it's like, I should just get drunk. I mean, fucking aid. Right?
I mean, well, yeah.
And just every day. Even if it lowers my immune system, it doesn't matter. Fuck it. Bring it on, bitch.
This is Walking Dead status. We all have it.
This is terrible. Imagine people stocking up on guns for the coronavirus. Not because of people, literally to fight the virus with guns.
What?
Yeah.
This has been the most awkward start to a podcast ever.
Yep. And it's going to be the best start. This is basically podcast number 1, but in 2020.
Yeah.
Those were ridiculous.
Yeah, those were probably really bad.
I think they were funny. People heard them and thought they were funny. So, but they were also our friends, and they know how we are.
That's true.
So but yeah, go ahead and go take a listen and tell us what you think. Tell us if it was fucking.
Tell us what you tell.
Moronic, or if it was actually funny. I don't know. But we were just basically bullshitting for an hour and 30 minutes. So
Yeah. They were definitely too long, I think.
yeah, probably. We probably could have done that in 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. We could have like cut it down and just kind of made it like a quick thing.
Yeah.
But I'm getting a lot of shit from people at work because I'm pretty chill about this right now.
Yeah, well, you also don't care about dying, so
Yeah, it's true.
that kind of helps.
I'm comfortable with the idea, that's all.
Yeah.
Maybe more comfortable than most people.
Than the layman.
But it's not. I mean, do you really think? Because I think a more legit thing to be scared about is passing it on to someone that you care about, not necessarily dying. I don't really think that we would.
I think I have more anxiety about giving it
That.
to like my coworkers or something, you know,
And then
because I don't
one
want to
of
be
them
that guy.
and then them having a weak immune system. I mean, someone who literally in Spain got diagnosed with leukemia and
Yeah, I saw that.
and the coronavirus, and then passed away, unfortunately.
Yep.
And it's like, that stuff is just unfortunate. I don't, definitely.
I was
it
gonna
sucks.
say, and yes, that sucks. Obviously, I was gonna say, I just don't want to be the guy that gets it and gives it to all my coworkers and then gets shit about it. If I'm being honest, I just don't want to be that guy. So
Wait,
yeah.
so even if they get recover from it, they're fine. You just don't want to get shit?
I just don't want to get shit.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I would
just-
love to be that person.
Why?
I'm kidding. I also don't want to do it, but not because I'm going to get shit about it, because I genuinely don't want to do it. These people have kids and stuff like that, so I'm
Yeah.
not worried about that. Not
Yeah.
getting shit about it.
I already get enough being Hispanic and whatnot. They already make fun of me for that.
That's racist.
Yeah, it is. It's funny to me, but it's also racist. And, they're just going to be calling me Corona for the rest of the year if that happens. And,
That's so funny because you're Hispanic.
yeah, and they call me Mexican. I'm not even Mexican, by the way. I'm
That's
Cuban.
fucking hysterical.
Yeah,
Maybe
so-
you should get it just for the laughs.
Yeah, I should just go and find
Just for the
somebody
laughs.
just for laughs.
That's great.
JFL Comedy Festival.
No, but for real, people are genuinely annoyed about how calm I am. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm okay. I don't
Yeah.
know. I like if it means I'm like I was just telling you, like I'm totally down to be locked down for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I get to do yard work and
You're going to be sick, dude. You're not going to
no.
be doing that
Like
work.
I'm saying, like not getting sick, but just staying home just to prevent it from spreading. I'm down for that.
I'm down for
Stay
that
home,
too.
Yard work, throw away a bunch of shit around my house, clean, and just be.
Yeah, that's fine and all. But at the same time, if we're not making any money, then we're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, you're not.
We can't
wrong.
really afford that.
2 weeks? Yeah.
I can't afford 2 weeks.
No.
Can you afford 2 weeks?
No.
Exactly. So,
Coronavirus.
CV, baby. CVS. Coronavirus sucks.
CVS.
CVS pharmacies. So I just wanted to bring that up. And then also, before I forget, for any listeners on the podcast, we actually have t-shirts. I haven't promoted it much on the podcast. I don't know if you could see it, but that is the logo on the front end, and then the back end. I'll just post like a picture of it or something. I don't want
Like
to turn
right
around.
now.
Boom. But yeah, so if you want that, let us know and we will figure that out. Obviously, you're probably not doing that right now and you're probably scared to death, but if you got a little extra cash,
We'll-
go
we'll
ahead
bl-
and give us a comment.
We'll bleach the shirt.
Yeah, we'll sanitize it for sure. We'll get Lysol and spray it and stuff. So
What? We'll just bleach it. Unless it's
that'll
tie-dye. Yeah. Unless it's tie-dye.
and also the black, I think, on it. Wouldn't that get white as well?
Nah. It
That would
seems-
be
it seems like
considered
it's kinda-
shirt gentrification. Okay, so let's start this. Oh, and then so we actually tried to do this last week, and goddamn, did we have such a great time.
It was the best time.
The computer stopped on me like 3 times. 3 or 4
I mean,
times.
everything that could have gone wrong
went wrong.
went
I think
wrong.
we literally tried to do this for 2 hours and we didn't use any of it. So I think we have like 40 minutes of recorded material and I just threw it all away. So we're going to be repeating things today, but you know what? I already forgot what I talked about.
And you never heard it.
Yeah.
So it's pointless to bring this up.
It's pretty much. But I just wanted to let you know because we had an argument about the fucking camera memory card. We were looking for it for like 30 fucking minutes, and it was in my front pocket.
Because I put it there.
We don't know that.
No, I mean, obviously I put it there. But you forgot.
Yeah. So we argued about that, and here we are. It's a little insight into our lives. But anyways, so this is...
I hate podcasts.
Yeah, she doesn't like doing this, honestly.
Well, this I don't mind.
Fuck you. All right. So,
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Okay, so we haven't done this in a while, and I want to, now that we have time, we should be able to do these at least once a week or whatever. But anyway, so to recap what has happened in the past few weeks or last month or whatever, we did a podcast with Mark Normand. A lot of you that have recently subscribed are from that podcast, or rather listened to that podcast and decided to subscribe. So thank you for that. We really appreciate that. Very cool. Hopefully you like the content that we've been releasing. Obviously it's not Mark Normand, so it's not as funny, but it is music, and that is what we do. So hopefully you're enjoying that. Appreciate anything. Appreciate the subscribing, the comments, the likes, even the bullshit things that people have been saying on the Mark Normand podcast. Someone said that we took advantage of him, which was weird. I was like, how are we?
Comments went away.
Yeah, and then the comment went away. So I don't know what that means.
We
I
did
don't know
not report it because we don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I would have left it there for people to see, but I don't know if they deleted it or YouTube did, but yeah, the guy was saying that we took advantage of him, and I'm like, what the fuck? Are you like his boyfriend or something? Are you trying to say that he can't fend for himself? Like he wouldn't have just said no? That's fucking stupid. And also, if he didn't enjoy himself, he wouldn't have plugged the podcast on his podcast. So
he would have just
fuck you, guy.
He would have just not mentioned it. No one would have ever found it, and we would have been done with it.
And he has mentioned it on Instagram as well.
Ours?
So, no, our podcast.
He did?
Yeah, someone asked like, "What podcast have you been on?" And then he put House of I on there. So yeah, that was very nice of him. Awesome guy. So let's talk about that. So I hit him up like a week before, just basically asking him, I know you're in town. Would you be interested in doing a podcast? It's a music podcast, blah, blah, blah. He tells me to basically reach out to him on Friday. I think I hit him up on Monday. So Friday comes, and I message him at night, and he says, let's do it. And I'm like, fuck yeah. We're going to meet at his hotel on Saturday at, I think it was 2:00. And it was literally the whole week thinking of questions to ask. As he mentioned in the podcast that we did our homework or whatever. But yeah, I was very nervous about asking good questions, ones that I've never heard him talk about, ones that I've never heard other podcasters ask him. And music was definitely one of those. I've never really heard what kind of music he likes, so I found it very interesting. But yeah, so I did that, and then on Saturday we woke up. We were stressing out about it. Nervous. Obviously, and funny because like Ellie has never seen his comedy, or she didn't really know about him, but it still was nerve wracking for you as well. Correct?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let me drink some water.
Go.
So yeah, we I messaged him at like 1 to see if we can get there a little earlier to set up, because he was mentioning that he wanted like basically like an hour, which obviously makes sense. We're doing it we did it in his hotel room, which he was pretty fucking nice to do that. And he wasn't responding, so I was like, fuck. We just go, okay, let's just drive over there, see what happens. We drive to the hotel. We're in the parking lot, and I think it was probably like 1:45 or something. And I message him like, hey, just to let you know we're here. And he doesn't respond. So like 2:05 or 2:08, he finally responds, and he just sends like a plethora of fucking messages to us, like basically like, I'm gay, I'm fucking the worst, like all this stuff. It was hilarious. And we went inside, grabbed him a coffee, and went up to his room. His door was open, like the latch was on, So I guess so like couldn't close the door, but it was still open. And I gave it a nice little knock, and I hear Mark's voice. Hey, hey, hey! I think that's what he said. Was that what he said?
I think so.
Hey, come on in. And I was like, holy shit, this is about to happen. Walked in, he looked as hungover as he mentioned he was. And I told him, I was like, fuck, dude, you didn't have to do this. You could have just said like, fuck it. You know, I'm not feeling great, and I had a long night, and we would have been fine, honestly. But he was gracious enough to have us and fucking to talk to us. I mean, it was a really awesome conversation. It's cool to meet someone that you are a fan of, and not only are they nice, but they don't have that like weird complex of obviously like, I'm bigger than you, or I want to say better, but just I'm obviously more famous than you. You're nobody. He didn't have that at all, and that was really cool because we're nobodies. We're not at all. And it was just a really fun conversation. So I don't know. What about you? What did you think about the whole thing?
It was weird. It was weird. It was being in front of someone who's like famous that I didn't really know. It's not my first time doing that, but it was weird, and he was definitely like down to earth and easy to talk to. Like he was definitely there to just have a conversation. Yeah. And I feel like he made it easy, which was good.
Yeah, he really did.
He was like really like
engaging. Yeah. He was asking us questions, you know, which I was, from listening to him on other podcasts, I knew he did that. But you never know how things are going to go. And that's always a weird thing when you meet a stranger. And this happened here, for example. You never know, like these podcasts, we've had, you know, guests come on that we've never met before. And it's always, you just kind of wonder how it's going to go. And, you know, you try to do your best. But he made it so easy. I mean, fucking A. I mean, it was seamless. In my opinion, it was seamless. So
yeah, like we ended it, we left, and I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, I don't think that was good. Like me, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh my God, I think I sucked. And I didn't say much, but I figured that was probably the best thing to do because, I mean, you obviously had like questions and you knew his stuff more, and that just made sense, you know? Yeah. So.
Yeah, one of the like main, I guess, criticisms was my grammar throughout the whole thing.
I don't think it's grammar.
Is it vocabulary? Vocabulary.
Just things you say a lot of.
Yeah. I say like a lot, and I'm not going to lie.
Do you know what I mean? That was one of the comments. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to lie. Yes, we know what you mean. That was literally one of the comments, which I thought was absolutely hysterical.
I mean, I appreciate that, honestly, because that's honestly the way that I speak. That is literally the way that I speak because I'm from Miami and that's what we say. So if you,
except the "do you know what I mean" thing.
Yeah, my dad says that though. I think I get that from him. Actually, he says "you know" a lot. You know, he says that like after everything, and I notice it every time we talk.
You know, and let me tell you something. Yeah, that's my favorite.
But yeah, so anyways, again, thank you to Mark Normand. It was great. And thank you to everyone that's followed us since then and has enjoyed our content. Yeah, let us know what you think. Just give us a comment. And yeah, thanks, man. We're going to move on now. So we just came back from tour, which was pretty dope.
That was February.
Yeah. So the whole band was here. I don't know if we've mentioned it before, but one of our members, Kenny, he lives in Massachusetts right now, and he flew down here to Tampa in order to make this tour. And yeah, it started out on Saturday. We drove straight up to Georgia, Valdosta. I learned that Valdosta is actually not the correct pronunciation of that, so my bad for saying it improperly before.
Even though that's how it's spelled?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a weird one. What the fuck are you doing over there, Valdosta? You freaks.
Why would you spell it that way?
Yeah. Yeah, just spell it with a D-A-W. What the fuck are you doing with D-O's over there?
What
What is this, dissolved oxygen? That's Joke from my job. Anyway, so that was a really dope show. We performed at the Valdosta DIY house. Alan Cifuentes runs it there. And if you are a touring band after this coronavirus stuff hopefully slows down, hit him up because it's a great venue. He lets you stay there as well. And it was great. We played with Mama Stone, Lauren Gray, and Box Prince. Yes. That was it.
That's amazing that you remembered that.
I know. This is what happens when I don't drink on podcasts. I feel like I'm more clear-headed. It's more fun to drink while doing a podcast, but I feel like I'm not as... Like, I can actually form sentences a lot easier when I
would have not remembered that either way.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
but you have terrible memory, though.
And you drunk would have just written that.
You don't even remember what happened 5 seconds ago.
What? I was on a podcast.
On what podcast?
This one.
Oh, okay, cool. You remember. Good. That was good. That was a test. Just a test. But yeah, so that was a dope show. I think we played like third or fourth or something like that, and the crowd there was very energetic, and they paid attention. It was cool. Mm-hmm. It was probably the best fucking crowd that we played to on the whole tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. And many people are saying, or their theory is that since there's nothing really going on there, that everyone kind of flocks to that place, which I think is true. I think many people were saying that that is the only DIY venue available, or even venue available in the area, which is crazy.
That would be insane.
Yeah, because I think Atlanta is like 6 hours away.
3 more.
3?
Yes.
Oh, it's only 3 hours away?
From Valdosta.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still far, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's 6 hours from Tampa, and Valdosta is 3.
True.
So it's like literally like the halfway point.
Good point. Yeah, so it was cool, and everybody was really nice. Everyone was super friendly. All the bands were super cool. Yeah, I mean, we didn't really talk much to Box Prince, but
the first band, right?
No, the last band. Or even the first band, I guess technically, but we kind of talked a little bit to Mama Stone, and they were cool. And obviously Evelyn Gray, like we talked to her a lot.
Yeah, Box Prince we did not talk to.
No. But yeah, that was dope. It was great. I mean, I'm trying to think of anything.
Did you see the conversation they were having by the bathroom?
No.
I didn't know that was the band either, but I think it was me and Emmett. I think we were sitting by the merch table, and you remember how the merch table was right in front of the bathroom?
Yeah.
Right. And I guess they were sitting in front of their merch stuff, and like I guess one of their dudes just wrecked the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! And it was freaking hysterical because
I'm just one bathroom.
Because there was only one bathroom, so I'm sitting there, and the guy walks out, and he's just shaking his head to his buddies, and they're all just dying. They were like, oh my god! Like I could tell what they were saying. They're like, no, you didn't. And he was just laughing.
Dude, that's me.
And
I did too. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I dropped the fucking deuce in that bitch too.
And the thing is that they're sitting there like mid conversation about this, right? And then these 2 girls go use the bathroom, right? So they're gonna go walk in there, and they literally walk in and walk out.
Yeah, dude.
And
hell yeah, bro.
They're freaking dying. So me and Emma are sitting there like we're just laughing, like, oh my god, this is the most ridiculous fucking
classic.
Oh my god.
Classic shitstorm. Classic dumpster fire.
That was so freaking funny, dude.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's me, dude. That's totally me in the band. I'm the one that fucking takes shits all over the place.
All over the place.
Everywhere.
He's like a puppy. Walk into a new place, where's the bathroom? That's what he's doing.
Literally.
So if you ever invite him over, just know. That's what's
then
gonna
I'm
happen.
gonna take a shit immediately.
He's gonna take
I'm gonna
a shit.
walk right through that door and be like, toilet.
Take a shit all over the place.
And if you don't have a toilet, well, sorry, bud. I'm taking a shit on your floor. I didn't even say it. Fuck.
What?
Sorry, pal. It's happening right here in my pants. Stupid. But yeah, so that's funny. And also, since I've been on this diet, I have not taken as much shits. TMI.
No one asked.
I know. I'm sorry. For everyone that's like, why are you saying this right now? Because it's fucking good to know. Fuck.
Eat
Sorry.
better so you shit less.
Yeah, so the next day on Sunday, we drove out to Savannah, and it was our bass player Emmett's birthday, and he got fucking shithoused. anytime we get Emmett drunk, he just turns into a monster. That guy.
He did not get drunk the first night. He was responsible. He was chilling, right? And then after that, he was like, "Hey, it's my birthday," and he got drunk.
Yeah, I mean, to the point where we went to a restaurant and we were just scared about, one, what he was gonna say, and two, if we're gonna get kicked out, because he was just banging on the table. He fucking handed. He handed me a sandwich. That's what I'll say.
He was ridiculous.
Yeah, he was ridiculous.
Yeah. And then while we're there, a buddy of his comes and joins us. Yeah, Jacob. He comes and joins us.
Shout out to Jacob.
And he gets loud, right? Because when your friend comes out of nowhere on your birthday and you're drunk, you get loud.
Yep.
And everyone was just staring at us, and we were just like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, there's like a family behind us with babies and shit.
With children.
And he's like, the babies can hear me. Well, fuck the babies. Like literally, just like that. Seriously.
I wonder if he remembers that.
Probably. That's the thing too. Is like, it almost seems like he's not that drunk. He just does that because he's feeling, fucking fresh or something. I don't even know.
But he's that drunk, though.
I guess, yeah.
He is that drunk.
But yeah, so we went out, we ate. It was delicious. We had burgers, and then we walked on over to a bar with a pool table, and we played pool for a few minutes. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll see all those photos at House of I on Instagram and Facebook, and you'll see all those photos from the tour and whatnot. But yeah, we played pool there for a little bit, and then we walked on over to a barcade, which is an arcade with a bar, and we hung out there for the rest of the night, basically, until we went back to our Airbnb. I don't remember why we left. I think, were we just like, let's go look for music or something, or were we just we're tired?
I think we were just done.
So we go back to the Airbnb, and as we're walking into the door, we hear music. And we're like, this is literally the reason why we went out, because we wanted to see a band or something.
We thought the area that we had gone to, which was a lot more busy and things like that we were going to find live music.
It's doing it again. You should just turn it off.
And I'm going to finish the story, though.
Go for it.
And so we went out, and unfortunately, we did not find anything. We did what he said. We went to a bar, played pool, barcade, which is a bar with an arcade, and then we Airbnb'd back, and like you said, we're walking in, and then it starts happening, and it was loud.
Yes,
it was not. It was clearly very close to us, and we just all start going, what? So we just walk out of this Airbnb and search for it.
Yeah, and I'll finish the rest of the story. So we go. The cool thing was that it was literally right down the road from where we were staying. It was, if you were walking out of the Airbnb, it was literally down the road to the right, and
like a block.
It just looked like a bar and grill or something like that. It was really random, and we go in, we get patted down,
we get frisked, man.
We get frisked, and then we walk inside, and we are the only white people, and I say that because we're technically Hispanic and Emmett's the only white guy, but to them, I mean, like it was African American. That was an African American club, is what I presume, because there was, I mean, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody in there was African American.
That might sound weird, but we legit believe that that's what we walked into.
Yeah. And let me look up the person that was performing.
Oh, okay. Yes, we did this. We did this last time.
Yeah. But
it was awesome, though. It was awesome, and everyone was super nice.
Yeah, the band was, they were nasty, dude. They were ripping.
Oh,
it was God. So
ripping all over the place.
It was so dope. I think it's this one. Yes.
She's in that comment. Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, LaFaye Sings. So check out LaFaye Sings on Instagram. Her band performs. I don't know the name of the
exactly. That's what I'm
of the bar and grill is, but they perform there every Sunday in Savannah. So if you're there, check that shit out, because they ripped, bro. They ripped my dick off. Let's just put it that way. They were nasty. They were nasty. Oh, okay. So the place is called the Sey SEY Hay Lounge.
It's on Bull Street, and they play on Sundays.
They play on Sundays from 7 to 11 p.m. But yeah.
So it was probably pretty early.
Yeah. No, it was
No, they ended. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we got there
there
like two songs left in their set.
Yeah, so must.
But yeah, they were ripping, dude, and we were jamming onto it, and after they
stuff.
finished, we just kind of like talked to them for a little bit, and you know, we just kind of did the band thing and shared some. We did a little networking. So yeah, man, it was cool because it's like a bit like to see talent like that in a place like that. I'm not saying that the place was fucking.
No, but just random. Like
it was
that.
really
It was
random,
so
yeah.
random,
And
yeah.
and they were. It was like they're professionals. Like they were
For
like
sure.
professional musicians, and to be playing in like a bar, like a bar and grill, basically. It was just crazy to me. I was just like, man, you guys should be playing fucking like Janice live, is what I would imagine. You know, the comparison to what we have here in St. Pete or whatever. But a big venue, basically, was what I'm saying. But yeah, it was damn. Yeah, they were great. They were fucking dope. So, anyways, after that, we head back to the room, and I think we just ended up drinking and going to bed. The next day, we drive over to South Carolina, Charleston, and we've kind of debated but we've kind of talked whether or not we should talk openly about this, because I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but at the same time, I want to be honest. And I think we concluded that it's okay, right? Because we're not going to be...
Last time we had this conversation, yeah.
We're not going to talk shit. We're just going to be honest. So, our buddies, Pierce Alexander, and our new friend or rather new band that we met, John Brewster, they performed on the bill. This is the second time that we've played there at the Tin Roof, and it is a Monday, I understand. But
last time it was
a Wednesday or a Thursday.
okay. So both times it's been during the week.
Yeah, basically both times during the week, and both times not really playing to anybody. Mm-hmm. So that's a bummer, because usually, you know, you would like to have at least somebody there, some people. So, but this is the honest truth. I mean, this is what, for us at least, I don't know about any other bands, but for us, touring has been like this. We've at least had a night of not having anyone out there. And honestly, I toured with another band in South Carolina as well at another venue, and the same thing happened there. No one came to that show, and I think that was on a better night. I think it was on a Thursday or something. So it's South Carolina just doesn't seem like a good spot to tour in. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you know, let us know, please. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so both John Brewster and Pierce Alexander perform, and you know, they're both talented bands. They're great. Like I said, we've played with Pierce before, and he's a friend of ours. And the one thing I'll say, and if you guys listen to this, I'm only saying this because I think this is the honest truth, is that if you agree to play on a bill, you know, don't stay and watch the bands. Don't just leave. You know what I'm saying? Because it to me, and I think it might be because they're young. I think we maybe did this when we were younger.
Not maybe, we did.
Okay, so we did this when we were younger. But if a band is touring and they book you on the bill and all that stuff, like stay there for the night. I mean, we ended very early. I think we ended at 10:45 or something like that. So it's like, come on, you can stay. You know, I understand having to wake up early or whatever, blah blah blah, but you can do that for one night. It's not that crazy.
You would have been home by midnight, if anything.
So that was a bummer that two members did stay from Pierce Alexander, which I appreciated, but literally all of John Brewster and the people that he brought that night had left. Which at first I was like, oh, this is going to be a good night, because there was, you know, it was a decent amount of people. He brought a good amount of people. So, hey, kudos to him. But unfortunately, none of them stayed. So by the time we started playing, which we were supposed to play second, but something else happened, and we ended up playing third. We played to basically like 2 or 3 people, which, whatever, it happens. I'm sure 3 more than some people, and, you know, it happens. I understand. But yeah, just, you know, as a side note, if a band books you and they're touring, stick around. You should definitely stick around, because I would have appreciated that very much, honestly. It would have been nice. And,
you mean if we've ever done that to a touring band?
I don't think we've ever done that, no.
That's what you meant, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Because we've definitely played local shows with local bands and left.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's when we were assholes, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're assholes per se, but I'm just saying...
I was going to say, I think it's more of like it shows you how like, just learning how like this whole thing works. You know what I mean? Like it
I don't even think it's how it works. I think it's just courteous.
well, no, it is how it works because that's literally how you make like connections and things like that. You don't make those connections when you play and leave. You know what I mean? And I don't think that a lot of bands realize that. Like they're just like, well, if I play a good set in front of people that I don't know, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's like it is, and that definitely helps. But at the same time, it's like you got to get with the people that are, number one, you got to get with people that are touring. That should be interesting to you, because that's a connection right there when you go to their hometown. Like
also,
now
they're going to have,
them.
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but they're also going to have information on other cities that they hit up. They're going to be a source of information for that, or bands. You can hit them up and be like, I don't know. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, now I lost my train of thought.
My bad.
I don't know.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, just it's just there's a lot of good that comes out from just staying when you're playing with a touring band. There's a lot of good that comes from just staying when you're playing with bands in general. That I don't think really registers when you first start. It doesn't really register when you just, I don't know.
It just comes
really
off
focused
like
on yourself,
Yeah, it comes off like you don't care. That's what it comes off like.
You're not your scene's not going to grow if you do that. If like if everyone did what they did, your scene's not going to grow. I mean, it's just how that's just honestly how it works.
That's true. I mean, shit. Not to skip ahead, but we just played a show after the tour. We played a show at this place called Huchenhive here in Tampa, and we packed that bitch out. Like, it was fucking packed. And a ton of people that came were bands that we know.
We're from bands.
That we've supported, and that have been on this podcast, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And thank you guys for that, for all those people that came out. And maybe we'll mention that, who came later. But yeah, definitely. I think, like, we have something special here where that we support each other a lot. The Tampa St. Pete scene, like, it's very supportive, which is cool. And then also we try and book bands from out of town a ton. We try and bring like Miami bands specifically because I love the music coming out of there, but that's mainly what we've been doing is like booking bands from Miami to come play up here, and we give them the best fucking time slot. We give them the touring sandwich. The two local acts, the first act is local, the touring act is second, and then the third act is another local act. And I feel like that gives the touring band the best outcome for who sees them, basically.
Definitely. And especially if the two local bands don't leave, right? Because now you have people from the first band that stay, you have people who start showing up for the last band, which is also local, and they just happen to catch the local band. And then, that's always our thought process when we make bills and when we book people. It's just, either we're going first or it's going to be a long night and we're going last. But it's just, if you're focused on music, right, the people and who you're bringing and stuff like that, then that's what you should be doing. I feel like,
Yerp. So yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if we'll play there again. We'll see. Probably not. But so anyways, the next day we go to North Carolina in Charlotte, and we play at Tommy's Pub. And we play that show with our friends Ahakoma, who I want to have down here as soon as possible. And we met a new band, Spy Baby. Both bands were cool shit. They stuck around, and we actually had a crowd at that place, so that was cool. And Tommy, not Tommy, that's not his name. I forget it. James, I believe, was his name. He's the owner of Tommy's Pub. Super nice guy, super cool. We had dope conversation with afterwards, and it was just really nice. So it was cool, and definitely wouldn't mind hitting that place up again. Oh, excuse me.
We had football talk.
Yeah, we talked about soccer.
Footy.
For you Americans that don't know.
He's a United fan, a City fan.
City fan,
and
yeah.
I'm a United fan, so that
Manchester City and Manchester United.
Whatever.
Yeah, you say City and United, and people are going to be like, well, some people are going to be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
People were probably not interested in this part the moment I mentioned football.
Yeah, so I'm going to cut it all out.
I don't care, but
yeah, do you not care?
Your point didn't make any difference. Manchester United and Manchester City did not make anyone more interested.
It made someone out now. They appreciate the fact that I said that.
You think so?
Yeah, they're like, oh, thank you, Danny, for doing that.
Clarifying what? A
For
sport that I'm
clarifying-
not interested at all?
Yes, they're like, thank you for that. Now I know what you're talking about.
Now I know exactly what I'm not interested about.
Exactly. And there's the bread on my butter.
What the fuck?
So that was a dope show. That was cool. I think after the show, did we try? No, we just went right back to the Airbnb.
No, we did try to go out.
Did we?
No.
I don't think we did. No,
No.
we went right back. Yeah, we hung out there for a little bit and then we just went right back.
Yep, and we ended up watching a bunch of YouTube videos.
Yeah, we just watched YouTube videos and got drunk. So that was cool. So then the next day, we had to make a long hike all the way to New York, to New Jersey, technically. And about, I think like 9 hours in, about 6 to 7 hours in, we stopped in Washington, D.C., and we kind of walked around there because we were just like, we're here, let's fucking check this shit out. And we just kind of walked and we took some photos pretending like it was the White House when it wasn't. And also I think it was the Washington Monument. Is that what it's called? I don't know anything, dude. I'm the fucking worst.
Anyways, it doesn't.
It wasn't
really
it.
matter.
Yeah, it was I think it was the Washington Monument. It wasn't the Lincoln Memorial for sure. I know what
No,
that
it
is.
definitely wasn't.
The Lincoln Memorial
Has Lincoln in it,
is the statue that resides in New York City, right?
obviously.
The green lady.
It was, yes. Washington
Yeah, the
Memorial.
Washington Monument. Oh, Memorial.
Yes.
Okay. Not
Definitely.
Monument? Yeah, it is the
Oh, it
Washington
is Monument.
See, I
God.
know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not that stupid.
Jeez.
But
I don't know how to read.
So yeah, we kind of walked around there, and that was cool because this is literally kind of like the dope shit that I want to do when I'm on tour, is kind of fucking sightsee and check shit out and be like, I've been there before. We were only there for like 25 minutes, but still, regardless, we walked around and it was
We were
fucking
there.
cool. Yeah, I've been there before, so fuck you. But yeah, that was cool. And then this is where the story takes a turn.
Can I start it?
I killed someone.
Oh, dang it.
That is not at all what I was going to say. Oh, you want to do it? You said you want to say
No,
it?
that was the end of the story. You killed someone.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
well,
nothing else to say.
That's not true. That's a joke. So don't call the
Yes.
cops.
Yes, I do want to start it. So, who started driving? Emmett.
I was driving.
Emmett.
No, I drove the whole time.
So, anyways, Emmett started driving. Right? Emmett started driving.
Did he start driving? Maybe. I don't know. Does it matter? Does it matter?
Yes, of course. This
Okay.
is very crucial to the story. It's probably not. Anyways, Emmett started driving, and then he, throws the keys to someone else. And then I start driving.
Okay.
And then, so this is all 3-hour increments. And then Kenny starts driving. But when I start driving, I'm like, I'm drinking, right? It's terrible, whatever. We put the drinks in a different container. I'm sitting there, I'm sipping on some tequila. I'm chilling.
I don't
I'm
know
listening
if we
to
should
Harry Potter.
Say that.
Then cut it out.
We should probably just say that
How did we show up drunk, Daniel?
we stopped somewhere real quick.
Okay.
For a quick drinky poo.
Okay. So we stopped for a quick drinky poo.
I don't know. That's illegal, right?
But it's already done.
How about allegedly? We'll just say allegedly. Allegedly.
I love it.
Say it every time.
Okay. So allegedly Emmett drove first. And then
No. Okay, so how about this?
I know what you mean.
At any point when someone was driving, that person was sober. And legit, seriously. Like,
That's
we don't
true.
fuck around like that.
That's
seriously.
true. That's true.
So,
That's true. So
go ahead. Now.
after I'm done
So fucking stupid.
driving,
This is probably what I'm going to use as the clip, too.
that's awesome. So after I'm done driving, I supposedly start drinking. Right?
Allegedly. Fucking A, dude.
God
Get it
damn
right,
it.
bro.
Allegedly start drinking, right? I'm minding my own business. I'm listening to some Harry Potter. I'm chilling. I'm talking to Kenny here and there. We get to Washington, D.C. He stops driving, right? We do the little walk. We take the pictures. We get back into the van. Now, Kenny wants to start drinking. We're sitting there. We're just talking.
I'm driving.
He's driving at
You
this
didn't
point.
mention that.
Sorry.
Jesus, you're terrible, bro. Fucking cop is just going to bust through that door right now.
What are you doing?
Freeze, bitches. What?
So Daniel's driving at this point. Kenny starts drinking. Emmett, of course, is like, well, fuck it. I'll start drinking. So we start talking. We're having a decent conversation. I mean, it was a good conversation.
I mean, I thought it was terrible.
He hated every second of it.
Yeah, I was literally not enjoying. No, it was fine. It was fine.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
I did feel like I was taking care of a bunch of kids, but yeah, go ahead.
Anyways, so we're just driving, we're having a good time, and we start getting close. We're like, all right, we're an hour out, an hour and a half out, now an hour, 45 minutes. So we kill what?
Like more than 3/4.
A little bit more than half?
No, more than 3/4.
No.
Yes.
No. Because we only said that we needed to buy you
a full bottle.
No, not a handle.
I don't know. That's what I thought.
This is important. No, we started like half. I think it was a little bit more than half though. Anywho, we kill the bottle. We get there.
Any jizz.
We get there to Daniel's aunt's house, and shit goes down. So we get there.
Shit goes down.
I'm waking up Kenny because he knocked out. Emmett is up. He's fine. This goes back, I guess, to what you were saying, where he's like, he seems fine.
Mm-hmm.
So we get there, and we start getting out of the car. Daniel walks in with Emmett.
Did you explain it's my aunt's house?
Yes, I said aunt.
Okay.
Yeah. So we get there. You walk in with Emmett. So you have to explain what happened with Emmett because I was outside.
Okay. So let me just break it down to you like this. So it's 12 o'clock at night. My aunt is graciously allowing us to stay at her house in New Jersey with 2 people that she doesn't really know at all. And first thing that happens is, I say hello to her and I go, they're drunk. And she goes, what? I'm like, yep, they're drunk. And she's like, okay. I don't think she really understood what I was. I think she understood what I was saying, but I don't think she understood what I meant by that. And I'm like, obviously I wasn't drinking. I was driving, so I'm sober, but they were drinking. And, I walk in, Emmett is behind me, and I think he says hello, and my aunt's trying to be nice and say like, how are you guys doing, whatever. Emmett turns, looks at me with his eyes widen like this. He puts his hand to his face, which I'm not going to do because of Corona, and he starts throwing up in his hand. And in the walkway, inside,
right when you walk in
to my aunt's house. And literally, this was my worst nightmare. This is what I was praying wouldn't happen, and it happened. So I rush him to the bathroom. Luckily, 5 feet away. So whoever put that bathroom there, thank you. You're a saver. My aunt's like, this is not cool, which obviously it's not cool. And I'm like, I know, I'm really sorry. They're fucking they're fucking idiots. I was about to say the R word and I didn't. So boom, but they're idiots. And, Kenny, you come in and you're laughing, thinking this is really funny. And I'm not laughing because it's not funny and I'm upset. And then Kenny comes stumbling behind.
Right. Cause I'm outside. So I leave you inside with Emmett and I walk outside and I'm starting to get Kenny out of the car. And when Kenny gets out of the car, the dude can't walk.
Yeah.
So he's stumbling. And I'm like, I look at him, I'm like, Kenny, you got to get it together. Like, I just need you to walk in and just pass out. She had inflated like a air mattress thing. And it was right there. I just literally needed him to just kind of get in there and go to bed.
Yeah, just click in the bed.
And, so I start walking in with him, and I get him. Finally, he gets into the bed, and he lays down like cross-armed, like he's like, fine. He's like, I'm going to go to bed. And then as he's laying there, he's like, I'm going to throw up. And I'm like, what? I'm going to throw up. I'm like, Kenny, you need to get up like right now. And he starts like, no. He starts trying to argue with me. I was like, no. You're going to get up right now. There's a bathroom right there. And when I say that, I guess it kind of clicks. Like, he's like, I can get up. So he gets up, and he actually makes it to the bathroom.
Wasn't Emmett throwing up?
Emmett was already out.
Oh, okay.
I guess it took that long to get Kenny out of the car. But so I get him in the bathroom. He throws up. And then finally, once he's done, he gets into bed. We go.
It's just like literally both of them are throwing up in my aunt's house, and she's just like, "What the fuck is going on right now?" And I'm just like, we're never allowed back. Basically, I'm just like, she's gonna hate me.
I don't think we'll ever ask. We should just never ask.
I'm gonna ask again. Now that
She'd
she knows.
be like, "Fuck no."
Yeah. Well,
She legit said, "Don't come back if any of you are drunk."
did she say that?
She said that to you.
Did she really? I don't remember that. But yeah. Oh, she said that for the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
for the next
Because we
day.
were going
Yeah.
into the city and coming
That's
back,
right.
and she was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Don't you come back if any of you are fucking hammered."
Yeah. But yeah, so whatever. She was actually cool. Like
Then
even after that, she was. We were catching up and stuff, and we talked for like 3 hours, and then she went to
3
bed.
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, which was nice because
I was like fine, by the way. I just want to throw that out.
no,
there.
she was really drunk.
This is bullshit.
No, she doesn't
This is
remember what
bullshit.
happened. She actually threw up all over the place. She threw up like all over the floor. Like it was crazy. It was almost like The Exorcist. Like if you ever seen that movie, just go watch that movie real quick right now. Pause this.
You don't even need to watch the movie. Just look up that clip.
That's right. YouTube exists. I forget. You know, but I don't know if they have the rights. So just be safe. Go watch the whole thing. Trust me.
They say that movie's actually pretty scary.
Yeah. If you're 5 million
Was it that one or the
Times
original? Original. It was the
weaker.
original, right?
than me. What? You can't just step on my shit, bro.
You stepped on my shit.
I didn't. I was speaking, and then you tried to step on my shit.
No,
It wasn't a good joke, but still.
But I was speaking. I literally was saying that I was fine, and then you started
You
speaking.
know what?
over me.
It's recorded, so we can always just go back
Obviously,
and listen.
we're gonna listen to it. We're gonna listen to it right now.
No, we're not.
Just stop it.
No. Okay, so yeah. So she you know, the next day I called her and I was basically calling them fucking idiots and all that stuff, and she was laughing about it. So she was fine. She was cool.
It was fine.
We drove into Brooklyn early.
The next day.
I mean, early. It's crazy how long it takes to go 30 miles. It took us an hour and 30 minutes to go 30 miles, correct?
Almost 2, yeah.
Fucking crazy, bro.
Because we were supposed to be there at 5,
Yeah, we got there early.
and we left there. We left your aunt's house at like 2.
Yeah, 2. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Excuse me. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I don't know how people do that. I don't know how people can literally. I think my uncle actually. Yeah, he. What's it called? What's it called when you work in a different city? What's it called? Come on.
You got this. You know this.
Why am I thinking evacuates? That's not the word.
No, commutes.
He commutes. What a dumb word, dude. Commutes. Sounds like computers muting themselves. Commute. Commute. Hello, Daniel. Commute. Right? Or
Computer muting itself.
If computers were Pokemon, that would be the Pokemon name for the computer. Commute.
That would be the Pokemon name for a computer that's muted. If I'm following your logic.
Whatever, dude. I'm not a rapper, okay? Because Logic, the rapper. That's why I said that. Just in case.
It's alright.
So I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay, yeah. So my uncle commutes every day to New York from New Jersey, and I'm like, fuck, man, that's crazy. And he I think he has to leave at 4 a.m. to get there by 6. That's insane. That's insane to me. Only like 30 miles away, which for us here, for example,
That'd be 40 minutes?
it's 30 minutes. 30 minutes
Well,
tops. Sorry, I don't know why I did that, but
Clearwater is 20.
something.
That's
No, I think it's 25 to 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure.
To get there.
Yeah, and none of these people know what the fuck we're talking about, except for the people that.
I'm using
listen.
a reference of something that's 20 miles away and it takes us 25 to 30. So
Yeah,
something that was
speaking
30.
to the mic, dude.
So something that's 30
There you go, bud.
will take
Jesus Christ.
about 35 to 40 minutes.
Do you even podcast, bro?
No,
Oh, okay.
because it's dumb.
So
It's not. not.
so yeah, that's crazy to me. And we got there early. We went to a coffee shop. We parked right in front of the venue, which was fucking awesome. It was easy to find parking. And we just kind of walked around Brooklyn. We kind of explored a little bit. I think we went into a Puerto Rican neighborhood. I'm pretty sure that's what that was, because it was just full of Puerto Rican flags everywhere, and everybody was Hispanic and talking Spanish.
Speaking Puerto Rican.
No, it's Spanish. That's the language, not not the fucking.
Puerto Rican.
Okay, but
They were
you can get her. She's the one being racist, not me. So
They were speaking that Puerto Rican Spanish.
sure, yeah, go ahead, keep digging the hole.
That's
bud.
a fact.
You're a fact. But yeah, so we walked through there, and it was cool. I mean, we went into like this. we looked up guitar shop. We go to this guitar shop. It's probably one of the worst shops I've ever seen in my life. It was just like two guys talking in front of it. Just like I think he was. I don't even. He was like, one guy was like, "Yeah, man, he was a good guy." Like such a like a fucking thing you would expect from New York people. Just like, yeah, he was a good guy. You know?
That guy over there, he's a good guy.
They didn't have accents like that, but it was just.
They didn't.
It was hilarious. But yeah, the shop was just terrible. It had like nothing in it.
The whole area was like super shady.
Yeah, we were probably not in a good part. I don't know. I have no idea.
I haven't told my father I was out there because I fear that he might, yell at me or
Her
something.
father lives in Queens.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was cool. We walked around for a little bit. Then we hung out at a bar, which this is what I like about Brooklyn, or rather New York in general. The fact that you can just walk to a bar. Am I an alcoholic? You be the judge.
Can we walk to a bar right now? We could.
We could, but it'd be a while. It'd be
No,
like
the
15,
hole-
20 minutes.
The hole in the wall?
That's pretty far.
Yeah.
And also, that's a biker bar. I don't think they'd like
That's
us
right in
there.
front of the wall. Well,
They'd
that's not
probably
that
hit
far.
us. They'd probably hit us.
Hit us?
Yeah,
Why would they hit us?
because we're not bikers.
No, they would chill and see what the fuck we're about.
No, I don't think so.
And then if we're
I've
like,
asked them before, and they're like, I'm going to hit you.
and then like if we're sketch, then they would hit us.
Why would we be sketch? We're not sketch.
We'd be sketch if we were cops.
We're not artists in any. Well, we are.
We were cops.
No, we don't even look like cops. So
I could look like
you look like the opposite of a cop. What's the
Really?
opposite of a cop?
I don't know.
A pock? That's just cop backwards. That's not right. Okay. We're just wasting time at this point.
We're almost done.
I hope you guys think this is funny. If not, I'm going to kill myself. So actually,
coronavirus
Corona will do it for
will do
me.
it
So woot.
Oh shit.
So yeah, we play at this bar called Gold's. After hanging out at this bar that we went to, we played pool. We
I
ate
saw
delicious
footy
food.
there. I saw footy there too, man.
Saw soccer there.
That shit was dope, dude.
It was cool. It was cool because I remember walking in at first and not expecting the kind of like space that place had. I mean, it was enormous.
And it was technically speaking closed.
Yep, they opened it up for us because we were patrons.
They're like, "Are you guys gonna buy beer?" Or
You guys
not?
are going to be alcoholics?
And then we said, "Obviously."
Yeah. Yep, and it was delicious, and I loved it, and we ate, and then after that, we went to basically across the street to Gold Sounds, is where we performed, and yeah, I mean, we kind of spent a decent amount of time just waiting for the show to start, and I don't remember the sound guy's name, but he was so nice and so cool.
Did he send us a message or something?
He did. I think his name was Ray.
I got you.
But anyways, let me continue. So,
Yeah.
as we were setting up, apparently he had been away from doing sound there, and he was having some issues with the equipment, trying to figure out, what had changed and whatnot. And he was just like the sweetest about it. And we were obviously being nice as well, but yeah, he was just trying to make sure, like checking in on us, like, you guys still good? Like, I know this is taking a long time. I'm so sorry. And I felt like we handled that very nicely because, I mean, who cares? Like, honestly, it's like, we're in fucking New York. This is the first time we're playing here. Like, I'm just happy to be here, So that was kind of the mood that we set. And he was super apologetic, super nice, and the sound was great. Honestly, what he did with that equipment, he made wonders out of that. But anyway, so we performed with Wade and Shackle, Karma Versa, and Concrete, and all those bands were they were dope. Like when they say that New York is saturated, I think I get what they mean, because all those bands killed it and they were all really good. So check those bands out. Wait and Shackle, which is WAIT and Shackle, Karma Versa, and Concrete. Yeah, they were all really cool. So check that shit out. The show was really cool. The bands were super nice. It was you can tell like that scene there is pretty supportive. They actually mentioned, which I found surprising, that Long Island has a bigger scene than New York does, which I hope that's true. And I hope that's true because you'd want to you'd like to think that you actually got some good information
right from them. So I was actually talking to these coworkers of mine, and one of them is actually, because our corporate office is in New York, and she came down to do like training or whatever, and she came down and I told her all of this. And mentioned Concrete. I was like, you guys have to listen to them. And I told her what they said about Long Island, and she was like, "What? I mean, nothing happens out there. Like that's." Mm-hmm. She's like, I don't think that can be true. But I mentioned where we played in Brooklyn, and she says, "Well, that area is coming up." So I was like, maybe we caught it a little bit early, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so when I mentioned it to her, she told me. No.
Well, they also said too that in the summer it's better. That's when people are actually, because we went there when it was cold as fuck. So
usually people stay in.
Yeah, usually people stay in, but it was still
a good crowd.
I want to go back, like the what we were kind of talking about doing is in the summer. Hopefully, if this virus thing cools down, we can basically stay up north for like a week or something and just play a couple shows out there and play I think New York and Boston possibly, but yeah, that would be really cool. So hopefully we can do that. And I would also like to just kind of chill with my family some more, because I didn't get to see any of my uncles. I saw one cousin and that was it. So it'd be nice to spend more time up there, and then obviously spend time with your family too. I know you stayed with your dad for a night, but that's not really anything.
No, we got there, we hung out for a little bit, then he ended up going to bed anyway. So but saw two friends from South Florida that I went to high school with, who both moved up there. Hadn't seen them in like 11, something like that, like something stupid, like 11, 12 years. And they both showed up, and they didn't tell me, of course, because they're pieces of shit. And they just show up, and they just tap me on the shoulder, and I turn around and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So
I saw them. I'm the one that actually saw them first. And I was like, whoa, holy. I mean, I hadn't seen them in such a JR and Paula.
Longer than I had, because I'm sure I hung out with them without you during that time span. The last time we saw each other, it must have, like, I can imagine that it was longer.
I don't know, but it was a long time. It was really cool that they came out. I hope they liked it. I don't know. I just don't know. I think maybe GR, but I have no idea.
After the show, they both said that it sounded great and stuff. I mean, yeah, they both could have been lying, but thank you, Paula, GR,
and Carrie went out too. My mom's boyfriend, which was really cool. That was cool to see him.
What did he say?
I don't know. He likes jazz. So I don't necessarily think he likes that kind of music. I think he can say that we're good, but I don't think he likes it.
That's pretty much what my father said.
Yeah, which is I appreciate that. I appreciate honesty.
I think that means they have an ear for music, and that means that, I mean, they get it. They're like, I'm not going to like everything I hear, but are they doing it right? Sure. Which is, I think, I appreciate.
Your brother liked it.
Yeah, but my brother's a fan of music like that.
That's cool. Yeah, that's tight. We try and put on at least an entertaining show, even if you don't like the music. So, I mean, it's funny because I don't think our music is that crazy, but it is different. I mean, the sound guy kept on mentioning how different we were. He's saying like, you guys have a very different sound from a lot of stuff that I hear nowadays. So I was like, I took that as a compliment. He's like, you guys are very like trippy and psychedelic. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what we go for. But yeah, so that was basically, that was at least the last show. And then we had to drive we drove 9 hours to North Carolina? Yeah, it was 9. No, it's 9. Yeah.
And then drove 3 down the next day?
No, longer than that. 9 and 6, no?
You might be right.
Yeah. It's like 9. No, it's more than that, I think.
No, that around there, that's fine. Because it's usually, it becomes like around 24 hours because people stop a lot and
gotcha
from each end. But yeah.
So yeah, we drove 9 hours to North Carolina, where we stayed with Emmett's cousins, which they're so nice. They were so cool. I have a beautiful home. I got to see snow for the first time in North Carolina of all places, not even fucking New York. And it was really cold in New York.
And you know what? They were saying when we left North Carolina
That it started snowing.
that we missed like
Yeah.
a snowstorm kind of, we were like, oh shit. But it's crazy because we were going further north. So you think we would have caught that.
Yeah, it was cool, man. Oh, I forgot to mention. Fuck. Okay, so like after the show, you left with your dad, Emmett, Kenyon, and myself. I think
in New York. Okay.
Yeah, it was like really late. I think it was like 12 in the morning or 1 in the morning or something. No, it was like 12. Yeah, it was 12. And we were hungry and we were looking for a place to eat, and we found this Mexican restaurant, and it was fucking phenomenal. It was so good. It was like this hole in the wall in Brooklyn that we walked to, and it was really fucking good, dude. It was weird because I tried to speak Spanish to the guy, and I think that I don't know if he took it weird because he spoke English fine, which I wasn't trying to like do anything. I just literally wanted to speak Spanish. I don't know if that's rude. Is that rude for me to do?
I think that people assume that you think they don't speak English, so that's why you're speaking Spanish to them, and that's what happens.
So, okay, so after that, though, what if after hearing him speak English and I continue to speak Spanish, is that rude still?
That makes it worse, I think.
Really?
So. Yeah. Huh. Because that, like, okay, fine. I'm going to get over the fact that you thought I only spoke Spanish because I look Hispanic by speaking to you in English, and then you insisted on speaking Spanish. So you really thought that I didn't know how to speak English or something?
No, I mean, obviously that's not what it is.
But I'm guessing that's what the person is thinking.
I hope not.
Because
I just wanted to speak Spanish.
Yeah, because usually when you speak to someone in a specific language because you think that that's what they speak, and they tell you, no, I actually speak your language, the normal thing would be to switch back to your normal language and speak to them.
I think I see that. I definitely wasn't doing that. I just, rarely do I speak Spanish here in Tampa. I mean, most people speak English, so I just wanted to kind of speak Spanish. I hope he didn't think that I was trying to be racist.
That's probably exactly what he thought.
Well, the food is really good. And it was funny because right like in front of the ordering counter, whatever you want to call it, there was a guy just basically falling asleep. He had drank like 6 fucking beers, and they kept waking him up. They're like, hey, get up, man. And I think they were telling him to leave, but he wasn't. He was just buying. He just kept on buying more beer. So by the time we left, he was on his 6th beer, and I was like, God, dude, that guy must really not want to go home.
Whatever's going on over there, it must suck.
Yeah, dude. Fucking A. It was just him. It was there, and there was like a fucking novella playing on TV. It was hilarious.
Was he watching it?
No, he was literally falling asleep.
Oh, he was falling asleep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he was drunk. He was wasted. So yeah, we left that, and then we went to my other aunt's house in New York? No, New Jersey still.
No, I think it was in New York.
Was it New York?
Yeah.
Long Island?
No.
I don't know.
That's
Anyways,
too far.
but we stayed at her place.
But I remember you sending me the address and it being in New York.
Okay, it was dope. So thank you to Elena and Gina.
No one threw up there.
Nope. We slept like babies, though. It was very nice. And then, so we traveled, sorry to repeat, but we went to North Carolina the next day, 9-hour drive. And we got to Emmett's cousin's place, and they were very nice. We drank with them. It was awesome. They had such a nice house. I saw snow for the first time. I felt like a little kid. It was cool. It's weird how this sounds dumb, but this is touching snow feels like how snow would feel like.
That sounds ridiculous.
I know it sounds ridiculous, but like I never touched it before, or at least to my memory I never touched it. Apparently I'd been in New York when I was a kid, but I just don't remember that, so I don't count that. But yeah, it really does feel like, it just feels like a snow cone, basically.
It was funny because Emmett finished that drive, and when we realized that there was snow, Daniel started like freaking out. He's like, "Oh my God, that's snow!" Yeah, like and Emmett didn't understand why Daniel was so excited about the snow until finally he's like, "Daniel, is this the first time you like see snow?" And he's like, "Yes," and he's like, "Oh." But it was funny because his first reaction was like, "Well, no, wait, we need to pull over." Yeah. So we pulled over and
very dangerous, by the way.
Yeah, no, it was ridiculous. There was no reason to pull over because there was plenty of snow at his cousin's house.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we caused a traffic jam. I mean, there was crashes all over the place.
A baby died. No, that's terrible.
No babies died, dude.
No.
Actually, we started the coronavirus.
2 babies died.
by stopping to pick up snow.
No, actually, nothing happened. He pulled over very safely, and
I actually took a piss though.
and that's true. He ran into a bush and took a piss, and then grabbed the snow, and that's actually how the coronavirus started.
Yellow snow.
And here we are.
Because I peed in it.
But yeah, it was funny just to see that. He's like, he did not understand why you were so excited.
No,
Like,
yeah,
snow.
it was cool. We went back to their cousin's house, to his cousin's house, and we had a snowball fight, and then we just hung out, drank, and I guess after drinking for a while, we all went to bed, and then that was the end of it.
Started the
Woke up
drive down.
Yeah, woke up the next day, talked for a little bit, and then went just basically, drove all the way to here, all the way to our place here in Tampa.
We got here like at 1.
No, we got here at like 11 or 12.
Yeah, 11, 12. And then Emmett had to work the next day.
Yeah, Emmett had to work the next day, but we were off, which was
We
dope.
slept.
Yeah, we slept
then-
a long time.
And then after that,
Did we have a game on Sunday?
we slept some more.
Did I have a game on Sunday?
No.
Yeah. No? I think I did.
No.
Okay. But anyway, so that was the tour. Awesome time. Can't wait to do it again. Hopefully we do it soon. And I have here plans and whatnot, but it's already at 70 minutes. And we'll just do another one, honestly.
Sure.
But yeah, stay tuned for new music because that's what we're working on while this is all going on. That's why we're not playing any shows.
Well, that wasn't why we're not playing shows. We were planning on doing this anyways, and then it worked out, honestly.
That sounds terrible.
I know.
It did not work out. It just happened to coincide in the same time frame.
Coincide sounds better.
It does. Because we do not, we wish
Control that.
everyone health and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Sure.
And if you have, so for
Yes,
those of
we
you
do.
that are listening and are already in quarantine or whatever, isolation, our album is called Alienation, and you might get a kick out of listening to it. I recommend listening to the thing in its
Entirety?
listening into it. Oh my God, I can't speak. Listening to it in its entirety, because that's how we wrote it. We wrote it, or rather, we put it together in that way so that you listen to it in its entirety.
It makes sense to listen to it from beginning to end.
Yeah.
It just does. The drum challenge videos, I guess, is coming back. I've been slacking because I'm a lazy bum and
Straight up.
working on it. I actually have how we chose the first song, and I just have to record the intro and get it out to you guys. So keep a lookout for that.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for everything. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and check out our stuff, man. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Obviously, you're watching this now. And thank you. We love you guys and stay safe. Peace.
Meep.